Hello everyone, happy Monday the 10th of June. Alwyn Jennings here, your spiritual guide, coming in with your energies of this week. So from today, the 10th of June, until Sunday the 16th of June 2024. So tuning in with my guides, and generally before coming on here, it's going to be an interesting week, should we put it that way. There are some major events, well, not, yeah, events, I suppose, with the planets, um, which could cause some tension this week. Um, we're all connected to the planets and everything, so you may well feel it. So, by telling you all of this, hopefully you'll understand then why you might be feeling a certain way, or, you know, why certain things might happen. That it's all being orchestrated by a higher power anyway, isn't it? But there are things we can do, and it's the way we react, the way we trust ourselves, which is important. So this week is a really good week for becoming more spiritually aligned, for going within, as ever, doing the inner work. It's a big opportunity for healing our own sort of our own stories, checking in with our values. What is it that's important to us? Everything starts with you, okay? Self-love and self-worth, hugely important. And that is something I feel from what I gather from my guides and what's going on with the planets, that we are being asked to look at this week. Not going outside for validation, but really checking in with ourselves and knowing that we are, more than good enough. We don't need outside validation. I know that's easier said than done. Some of the frustrations coming up this week may be because you do overly people please or try to help others, and you might not kind of get anything back. You might not get any reward or thanks even, and that might make you feel more frustrated than normal. So these energies are asking you to look at why you do that, and it's better to start with you, not other people, in terms of caring and love, that sort of thing. So it's a good week for personal growth, self-acceptance. You could also be feeling quite tired today. A lot has been going on energetically. You could just be, oh, just what next? And the weather in the UK certainly not helping. So just know that it's all for a reason. And if you're feeling like you're tired, then try and take the opportunity to rest. So as far as I understand it, there's a clash this week between Mars and Pluto, and another one between Mercury and Saturn. So there could be some energies that are testing you this week, or feeling like they're testing you. So what do we do when we feel tested? We have to go within. We have to meditate. We have to see what we want on a soul level, trying not to overreact, which I know can be difficult sometimes. Okay, it's also about facing fears this week as well. So there are opportunities this week as too, and we'll come to those in a minute. So let's bring my guides in on this one just to give their perspective. But that's the kind of thing that, though, the kind of energies that are coming up. And the first part of the week feels a little bit heavier than the second part. Okay, let me bring in my guides. Hello everyone, it's a pleasure to be here. Yes, indeed, there is a lot going on as far as the planets are concerned, and you will be affected. So just notice how you're feeling. It's a week for really going within, feeling into what it is you want, letting go as ever of things that no longer align with you. You may feel that your patience is tested this week. You may feel like nothing's going right. If you feel Well, that's certainly true for the first half of the week, as Alwyn said. If you feel that, you can't see which way is up, don't worry. A lot of people are feeling that way, especially today, actually, and maybe tomorrow. So if you're feeling like that, just trust that everything will be turning out as it should. Um, so we are asking you to trust and to have faith that the universe has your back. And as long as you're doing the healing work, as long as you're trying to become more spiritually aligned, as long as you're trying to um, listen to your soul and listen to your intuition, you won't go wrong. But there could be a lot of sort of outside noise in your world this week that could be distracting you. So that could be, things that you need to attend to, people you need to look after. It could be people trying to get your attention, or people perhaps not being very nice to you, maybe testing your boundaries. So this really is a week for holding your lane, okay? For really staying true to yourself, for not losing your temper if possible, even though you might feel like it, for rising above, knowing that a lot of these tensions that are coming up are to do with the planetary activities. But when these tensions come up, it's about yes, it is a test, but it's also, if you kind of keep to your beliefs, your values, what you want, if you keep focused, stay in your own lane, so to speak, you will be fine. But if you let yourself get lost in all the tension, in all the possible arguments, in the disruption, then you're going to lose yourself, okay? So it's really important, if you're feeling like that, to take some time out if you can. And of course, do the inner work. So it's that sort of a week, certainly for the first half. Quite a lot of emotion here as well, being churned up. So don't worry if you feel a little bit more emotional. It's okay, right? And if you're crying or feeling like that, it's fine, because you're letting go. You're actually healing. You're cleansing yourself, okay? And then as the week progresses, it gets better. There is a bit more clarity coming in. So there are sort of aha moments coming in the second half of the week, okay? And seeing things for what they really are. Um, as long as you're listening to the whispers, right? So as we've said already, there seems to be a lot of noise going on around you. It could be other people are frustrated or agitated. It could be you're feeling frustrated with yourself because you're giving such a lot to everyone and not getting anything back. But that's an opportunity for you to look at your boundaries and to look at where you're over giving. Okay, time out for you if possible, self-care for you if possible, is important. But it is very much about connecting with the divine feminine as well, tuning in, because by the end of the week, there will be, as we've said, some more clarity coming your way, and it's as if you're going to be ready to birth new ideas, new projects, maybe new ways of being, maybe a new version of yourself, right? Um, we're feeling that some of you are like, I'm doing all this healing work. Where are the results? What's going on? When will life get better on the outside? Now, we know that can be frustrating, but don't quit, okay? Keep going. It's the inner work first, the outer changes later on, okay? So just know that everything you're doing now, if you take our advice, will, keep you heading in the right direction. And eventually, if changes haven't happened for the positive in your external world, they will, okay? Just try and be a bit of an observer. Take a step back if things are getting a bit testing is probably the word where you want to use, all right? So do what you can to connect with your intuition, your soul. Take some time out, maybe connect with your guides and your angels, see how they can help you. But this is all about revealing you, of as staying as you, of not getting caught up in the noise. That's the best way of putting it, really. And that noise can be often other people trying to grab at your energy or situations or expecting too much of you. And if you're expecting too much of yourself, can you please try and stop that and really start to turn inwards with your self-worth and your self-love practices, okay? Because you are worthy just as you are. And you know, if you knew how much you were loved by the universe, then you wouldn't doubt yourself ever. All right, so remember that. Okay, so could be a bit of a tricky week. There will be some good moments in there as well. Know that this is all about healing and releasing and staying in your own lane. Okay, so take care. We'll be back again next week. Thank you for tuning in. So hopefully that was helpful. Yeah, it feels like a bit of a week that might test you a bit, but just know that as long as you're doing all the inner work and as long as you're perhaps just observing, not getting too involved in maybe disputes or that sort of thing, you'll be okay. All right, and there is some clarity coming. I feel like by the end of the week you'll be feeling better and things will be looking up for you. Okay, so take care. And myself and my guides will be back next week. Take care for now. Bye.